Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and welcome back to our survival series on Riverbend Springs. Now, we are exactly where we left off in the last episode. We are currently sat in our brand new Mercedes truck, and for those of you who didn't watch the last episode, this truck was a complete unexpected purchase. We were going to buy the Mercedes-Benz Unimog, and this happened to be in the sale, so we went ahead and bought it. Now, we are going to buy the Unimog in this episode, or right now, but we've bought the combine over on the back of the trailer, and it is very, very, very big for this trailer. You can see how... Oh, that's jump. How wide it is. We are barely on there and half on there, so we have got to go completely straight. But it's time to say goodbye to our combine, and hopefully if we've got enough money we will buy a new one. So let's jump in, fire the combine up. Now, the reason we are selling this combine and going to be buying something new, and for that matter, why we are buying hopefully 2 pieces of equipment in this episode. This, for those of you who haven't been following the series, this is our survival series where we started off with 1 tractor, some grassland equipment, and 1 field. And we managed to get to the stage where we had a small cultivator, and then we bought this combine, and we're now at the stage where we've got how many tractors now? I think 4 tractors. Obviously the lorry. Why are you blasting your horn? There's no one there. Yeah, so we just keep buying and selling machines, really, because the goal of this series is to expand the farm into quite a large-scale, successful farm, and we're doing that really, really well. But it would be a shame to see this combine go. I don't know what's up with everyone. I'm not blocking the way with anything, unless it's the people. They're stopping for the people, I think, and the cars behind are getting impatient. Right. So, I think we will repair and repaint everything. So let's do this, and hopefully this is going to pay off. So it's 7,600 now. So as long as we are over, what's that, 7, 8, 9, 10, about over 12,000, we should be okay. Yeah, perfect. So we've made our money back there, and let's do the same here. Yep. Now, I'm not going to do the tyres because I've done that before and that didn't actually give us anything. It didn't up the price at all. We just spent £1,000 or whatever it was. So let's sell this. That's really good though. We're going to be getting over 60. Is it? Yeah, over nearly £65,000. So let's sell that and sell this. There we go. So we've got £345,000. Now, I will just run over and we'll do it the old-fashioned way and actually go to the store rather than just opening the shop menu. So the first thing we're buying is the Unimog. Now, where is that? I think it's classed as a medium tractor. Yes. Now we're buying this one. I think it's the agricultural platform we want, and I wanted to go for the bigger engine. Now, because these are a new tyre brand, I wanted to go for these. We don't need the safety frame. I'm not going to go for the warning signs because, yeah, we don't need that. We're not doing forestry work. I don't personally like the look of that. We're going to go painted rather than plastic. We're going to up the diesel tank. We definitely want that 3-point hitch. How's that? Yeah, it's got the 3-point linkage at the back. Yeah, we'll keep the sidewalls on. I will put the Azaria Pro Compact on. Now, main colour. It says it's dark green, but I absolutely love it. To me, it's like a black colour, but I absolutely love this colour. So, let's go hire purchase. And I would like to do a 50% deposit. And we could do it over a 5-year period, but that is nearly 3,000 a month. I suppose, though, in the long run. Yeah, we can afford it. Let's do it over a 5-year period. Let's do it. There we go. Now, have we got enough to get the combine as well? Now, there are a few options. I'm going to go for the... It's probably easier for me to look here, actually. We are going to get a John Deere combine. Now, those are very expensive. That is more reasonable. I think we're going to go for one of these. Now, let's have a look at this. So, grain tank extension. So that, how much has that got? I do like the factory fold. I would like it to be able to fold shut. So that one can take 16,743. So yeah, we'll go for the big top because that's more, because the next one up is just static. So yeah, we'll go for that. Engine setup. Now, I suppose we could go for the larger engine. Now, ooh, I do like the tracks. Yeah, so I think we'll go for that. We're in North America. Should we put a number on? I mean, £600 higher purchase, it's not going to really make much of a difference. I suppose I don't really know what the difference between the 2022, so 18 and 22 changes all the lights. I can see that. But other than adding, well, nearly £2,000 and a fancy sticker, I don't really know what it does. I can't actually tell. If anyone knows what it does, please let me know, because other than adding the sticker, I really don't know, but I don't think we're going to do that. We'll try and save a little bit of money. I would like the foldable ladder. Now, the rear axis, I don't want wider, so we'll keep it like that. Yeah, we'll go for that. Now, we won't go for a rear hitch. We do need a pipe, because a long pipe. Obviously, we need a pipe, otherwise that wouldn't be a very good combine. So how much is this going to be? That's going to be over... It would be about the same, but over a 10-year period. Oh, it's very, very tempting. What if we drop that and we drop that? So that it's actually a lot more reasonable. I think we will go for that, because that just adds so much money. Now, I don't actually think we need... I think we could get away with the standard, because I don't think that really makes much of a difference. We probably actually could get away with the regular, because I still need to be able to get the headers for it. Should we do that? That's going to take quite a lot of money. I don't know. Is there anything that needs to be done harvesting wise? not in the contracts, but next month. Oh no, not next month. Possibly oats. Okay, we won't get it straight away. We will. Let's put that away. That is amazing. We've got some contracts that we need to do. So we need to take all of this. Actually, we will leave that here. We will take the Unimog, and we will use the Unimog for our new contracts. Our contracts. We've got 3 cultivating contracts. So let's fire this up and go and get some cultivating work done. Now, I did check. This is powerful enough to take the cultivator, but it is also a lot faster. And because we've got 3 and they are a bit of a drive away, this is going to make our lives a bit easier. Especially on these long flat roads, towing the cultivator at nearly 50 miles an hour. So we've got, like I say, 3 fields, and we're probably going to get about over 20,000 just from these 3 contracts, which is brilliant. And we can also use this for our mowing as well. So here is the cultivator. Let's just position ourselves, and actually, you know what? We can... I forgot about this feature. We've got a camera. There we go. So let's open the mini-map. We'll go to... I'm trying to work out. We'll go to field 23 first. I was debating whether we should go to field 51, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll go field 51 first. No, 23 first. Let's get the beacons turned on. And they shouldn't take us too long with this large working width. So, oh, here we go. Game's just saving. It always makes me concerned when it freezes for a second to save. I always think it's going to crash. So, let's put this Unimog to use. Right, so we've finally finished the first field. We're going to race over to field 38. And I was having a think during that contract. Firstly, I misread the crop calendar. I was thinking we were going to be harvesting crops next month. We're not. That's when we can start planting crops. So we've actually... Oh, a little bump in the road there. We've got a lot more time to save up for that combine, which is perfect because it means we don't need to rush. So, aside from not having to rush with the combine, I was also thinking, have we got anything else that we need to sell? And we do. We've got some wood pallets, or wood products, sorry, that need to be sold. Now, they could be sold in the next episode, or in the next month, sorry, but they're actually at a really good price, higher than what they would be if I waited until their best price. So we are not waiting, we are going to get those sold. And I did also think, we did it from the bale trailer, why don't we get the dealership to have a look for the right combine? Right, so there we go. Let's get that activated. Now, we are going to jump over. We might as well use the Landini, as it's already got the front loader on. How are these looking? These are actually nearly done. We've got a few silage bales, and that's really good because the silage is actually at a very good price. So there's not many, or not long to go, sorry. Yeah, all about 98, which is brilliant because, there we go, so it is already going up. So we've still got 110,000 litres, but the biogas plant have got a lot of money for them. So we need to sell, I mean the wood chips we're not that interested in, but prefab walls, the long planks, the planks, and the wood beams. So what we're going to do is we will... I think we're going to need this. So let's... Oh, no, that's the door. That's my rear window, so that can stay open. Now, we're there. That's the one. We are going to take this straight over to the lorry because I don't think we have been using auto load, but I don't think we're going to get the truck and trailer into the small area that we need. Plus the benefit is we can't sell the prefab walls to the Grain Elevator Museum because we've sold too many, but what we can do is sell them to the train instead, because there are a few things that are higher at the train, but before we couldn't get them on, whereas with the front loader we will be able to. So let's run this straight over and up onto the trailer and then drive the truck to the sawmill. Now, while I think about it, I'm tempted to leave the Landini over at the timber yard, but we need a weight for it. So I don't want to go too high. I think this 1 ton weight will be ideal. So let's buy that, because otherwise we are going to be struggling to pick anything up because we're going to be flying backwards. But this, I think, by staying at, well, it will probably have to come over to the train, but we will be able to take it straight back over, and we've got a use for our little Landini, so we don't have to sell it, which will be perfect. So let's get this all positioned. Oh, there we go, that's a bit better. Up the steep bank and make sure we actually stay on the trailer. And that can go to there. Perfect. Right. Let's jump in this. Put the straps over it. Turn the engine on. Close the ramps. And make a move. Now at least we know the worker is busy sorting the contract fields out, so we don't have to worry about it. Obviously we will have to worry about it when we need to change fields, but that's not going to be for a while. We're only on 14% so far, but we're going to make a lot of money. This truck's coming in really useful. I'm really glad we ended up getting it. So luckily this sawmill's not too far away, and I don't know how much we're going to have to load, but it's going to give me an excuse to practice my front loading skills. I say practice, it's probably going to go horribly wrong a few times. And it's also not going to be anywhere near as neat as it would be if we were using auto load, but it will get it done, and we'll get it all sold. So we're going through this entrance here. I think we're still leasing the... so close. Let's go back a bit. I can just see in the mirror we caught that sign. Right, let's try going forwards this way. I think we're still leasing the cement factory, and there's nothing going on in there. So we probably should sort that as well. Alright, I think we're in. Oh, I think we are just touching there. Let's try that. See if we can get pretty far forwards. That will do there. Drop the ramps, turn the engine off. So we've got, let's see, 4 prefab walls, and typically I think we're going to struggle to get them out, because I'd like to stack everything relatively neatly, but we'll see. See what we can do. So let's turn the HUD off so we can see a little bit more. And let's make a start. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I started driving up the ramp, as you can see, and it took the pallet off me and stacked it. So that was very not expected, but useful. So let's see if I can somehow get this from the side. Ooh, no. Okay, can we push it a bit more? I think we're a bit too close. I'm just going to see if I can get it to a stage that we can wriggle the tractor in. Oh, that is working. Especially as it's going to load it for us, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just have to get it out. Right. So I think we'll do the prefab walls first, and anything really, if we can, that's going to the train. I think there is something else. I can't remember what though. So I'll get these all loaded, and I will see you once we are ready to go to the train. Right, so The trailer is all loaded. We've got 22,000 litres of wood chips and 4,000 litres of the prefab walls. But we've got no space for the tractor. So what we're going to do is, hopefully, if I can remember the controls. Yep, there we go. Now, oh, I don't actually know. 25. Okay, we'll leave it like that. That hopefully will be okay. So we can now, hopefully, drive the truck, and the tractor should follow us. You can't go that fast anyway. Now, actually, have we been very silly? Could we have rented the train and loaded up here? Oh, that might have been our better option, but we will soon find out. We are going a probably quite challenging way to get there, but we will be fine, I'm sure. Though we are leaving the tractor behind. I can see it disappearing in the mirrors. It'll hopefully catch up when we get to this bit, because we are going to have to go quite slow. No, we can't actually get around. So. Oh, yes we can. Yeah, definitely not going this way again with the lorry. Let's see, can we make this turn? Yeah, we really went the wrong way here. At least we've done it. That is quite a challenge. All that to save supposed time from going that way. Right, that's the last car, and there's nothing this way. Perfect. I did cut quite a bit out, to be fair. So, this is also a good excuse to see how our grain elevator museum is getting on. That's looking really good. That'll be nice when that's finished. So then, the tractor is nearly here. Stand on the brakes and try and make this turn. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get the tractor off the road. There should be okay. Just turn the engine off in the truck and get rid of the worker. I'm going to go on foot and see where we hire this train from and if there's a better loading spot. Let's open this. That might be useful. There's got to be a space to rent the train around here. Unless we do have to run all the way down. I've never rented the train in FS25, so that is going to be interesting. Oh, and we're at the edge of the map. Okay. Right. Now, where do we rent the train from? Is there a spot on the map? That's... Oh, I suppose I could jump over there and see if we can rent it. But there's got to be... Oh, it's there. Is this a good space to load our pallets up as well? Let's just see. There's got to be somewhere that we can load pallets. Aha, here it is. Is it? No. I thought that was it then. Okay, that's oh no, I think we can. Yes, we could, in theory, bring them into here, but we would ideally need a forklift. So what we'll do is we'll rent the train from here and drive it over. So now I just have to sit and wait. So, oh, it's coming quick. It's 1.1 kilometers away. No, okay, so it's fine. I did think it was going to go past where the truck is, but it's nearly here. So it will be coming from this way. It's just going over the bridge. This is exciting. I don't know how much it's going to cost us, but it's this is going to be well for us. Actually, looking at the minimap as well, field 38, it's 85% complete. It looks like the worker is on the headlands, and here is the train. So let's get ourselves out of the way so we don't get run over. I think back here is fine. There we go, and we should be able to enter. How do I enter the train? Enter E. Turn the engine on. And let's get going. I just instinctively grabbed the steering wheel. That's going to do absolutely nothing. So I do want my mini-map, because I want to make sure we stop fast enough. Now we are going to go straight past the sawmill, which is probably where we should have loaded up from. It's probably a good point to load up from. Not really. That's surprising. There's not many places that you can actually load onto the train. I'm really hoping that we actually have a flat carriage as well. But we will figure that out in a second. So let's... hit the brakes hard. There we go. Oh, right. Where is here? Now, that's perfect. So it's that carriage that we need as well. So this is going to take us, I think, quite a bit of time. So let's now see how good we can stack things. Please don't fall if I take that off. Right. Let's make a start. Right. So it's just these left to get on. And I want to try and be as careful as I can, because nothing is actually strapped at the moment. Let's see, can we get this a bit straighter? That would be straighter about there. That's 1 out of 4. This is taking us ages. On the plus side, we're on the final cultivating contract. Let's see if we can get this one. Yeah, this is quite a challenge trying to get these all on. I'm gonna have to just try and do it where... What's going on here? Yeah, we're just gonna have to try and get them all balanced, because this is I don't think we'll probably... Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? I don't think we will use the train again, is what I was trying to say. It's nice to try it, but it's quite time consuming. Let's try and get some lights on so we can see what we're doing. Plus, it's time consuming and we're holding up all the traffic. That's probably just where we chose to load up though. Oh, what's going on here? No. Oh, nearly. I don't know why you don't want to come off. Whoa. That was not good. See if we can get the last one on, and then we'll go and try and rescue that one. Oh. And I reversed into the tree again. Yeah, we really haven't parked this very well. Right. Let's grab that. Let's now just try and come straight back. There we go. So that's those on. So it's just this one now. Now it's probably lying on its side. Where is it? It's not lying on its side. Okay, that is surprising. I was not expecting that. That's a pleasant surprise. Let's grab this. I'm going to have to try and carefully stack it on top of the wood chips, because I think that is the only place that we're going to get it to fit. There we go. Right, so let's just get this out of the way. Turn the engine off. I think we can put the straps on from inside the train. And hopefully we'll make quite a bit of money. Is it here? Yes, here. Right, so that's now that one there, and in theory, yeah, there we go. So, oh, start the engine. Do a little bit of in-cab for the final few seconds before we get thrown out. There we go. Okay. So it cost us £270, and we got quite a lot, to be fair. That is not bad. I will take that, and we can actually collect both of these contracts. So that's taken us to £232,000. Now, before we end the episode, what we're going to do is, so that it's got a bit of time, let's find harvesters. And actually, we were down here, weren't we? Is the John Deere the one we want to go for? I think it is. So what we can do is, do we want it brand new is the main question, or do we want the dealership to find it for us? I suppose if the dealership find it, we don't have to buy it, but we can see what they can find. So let's get this kitted out exactly as we want it. So with the tracks, we're in North America. We want number 1. Ideally, I want the newer one. We do want that. I don't think that's going to make a difference, so we'll leave that, and we do want the longer pipes. So find. And I suppose you can do it over a 3-month, and you're going to charge us 1,328. So that's that. And then combinations, I think we go for, is that too big? I think that's probably a bit too big. 13.7 seems more reasonable. How much would this be to hire purchase it? Now, okay, let's just see if we can get them to find that. And we do want this as well, so we'll get them to find that. We'll do that a bit shorter for those. And we could do with, so it's the HD45X. Let's see if we can find that. This one. So combinations, and we want one of these. Now, I'm not too fussed about the color, so we'll just ask them to search for that. There we go. So we will call it there for this episode. We've made quite a bit of money. We've got a brand new, I was going to say tractor, it sort of is a tractor, but Unimog. And in the next episode, we can hopefully start planting or ripping up the grass, or thinking about ripping up the grass and planting some new crops. I think we're going to go for corn and sunflowers. Now, sunflowers we will have to do next month, so hopefully we can get a crop of. We could actually no. We'll wait. We'll do sunflowers and the corn in April, because we can then quickly get one good crop off. So yeah, that's what we will do. But for now, as always, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you back here for the next episode. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.